Hi, everyone. Come on in, say hi. If you're surviving this full moon, that is the question. That is the question. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to find me. See who's going to be joining live. If you're watching it on replay, say hi, replay. Last day of May, blue full moon. She's been a doozy. And it's like, oh my gosh, this June energy. It almost feels like we're like, it's, you know, you get that nervousness, like, oh, I'm going to jump in. Like, that's what it feels like entering June. So I'm really excited to see what that means, how that is relevant to us, what that means for so many. Oh my gosh, so crazy. Another super fast month. So we'll do some housekeeping while this video is being pushed out and you guys are finding me. Angel messages that were open last couple of weeks ago, they're going out. I don't know, even like my regulars, I'm ending up in your junk folder. So I have anyone who has the order number 8252 or under, yours has been sent out. So if you can't see it, check your junk folder. If it's not there, reach out to me, okay? And we did push the return time by one more week. So they'll be all out. Everyone who's waiting will be out by the end of the week. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, coming to see you for my sold out show on Saturday. So excited. So excited that it's also going to be nice out. Because that snow that we got last Friday nearly did me in. Okay, nearly did me in. So I'm excited to see the sun is coming out to play with us and it's getting warmer towards the end of the week. So I'm really excited to travel up to do a Messages from Spirit show for my Dartmouth crew. Thank you for selling that event out. Sydney, Nova Scotia, we did end up opening an extra 20 tickets. So that show did sell out. We opened up an extra 20 tickets. I think there's 12 left. So if you want to see me in Sydney, Nova Scotia on June 19th, head over to my website, angelmcclellan.com, under the upcoming event tabs. And we just added Auntie Kanish for a July show. And so that is a matinee, like a Sunday afternoon. Really excited to head up there. So if you're in the area, you can also check out my website. The Auntie Kanish show has an early bird special on right now for, I think it was 2 weeks from Friday, the early bird special is on. So you save 15% by grabbing your tickets now. Again, everything is on angelmcclellan.com. So I'm excited for that. This is May 31st. We've made it through another month here in 2026, and it is the blue full moon. So many people, this is what I'm hearing, our experience are very teary, lots of emotions coming up, very vivid dreams. I'm hearing more about the vivid dreams than the broken sleep this time around. So that may be a bit of a change that you guys are feeling. But it's very much this push. It's very much this push, guys, of releasing. Listen, full moons are to let go, to release, to bring endings in. Okay? So around this time, it is not uncommon to see or hear of people breaking up, people putting in their notice at work, moving, putting their notice in with their landlords, that type of thing. We're having the endings, the completions. You may be feeling the push to purge, to handle things that maybe we've been procrastinating. It's like we don't want to take this into June with us. That's kind of what the planets in the energy makes us feel. And so definitely feeling it intense. That's definitely the dialogues that I've been hearing, is like we're feeling that intensity, okay? And so if you've been feeling a little bit off, this past week, I called it the Twilight Zone. This past week, almost every day, it was very out of routine, very bizarre, very up and down, very turbulent. Or you guys have been feeling that as well. So luckily, for me, it feels like it's clearing out already. Sometimes I get it. Oh, are we back? I think we're back. Okay. We were just buffering there. Did give me time to get up and turn down my heat though, because all of a sudden I'm getting hot. You know what that means? That means Spirit's here. Yeah, so if you've been feeling, sometimes for me, what I find is I get the full moon energy early and then it wraps up by the time it's full moon day. If not, it's always like the day of, the day before, the day of, the day after is when we are going to feel the most intense of that energy. So just another couple of days if you're still on that turbulent turbulent ride. There we go. So let's see what we have in store for the first full week of June. Listen, this June, I just heard people's lives are changing. Girl, that's dramatic. But you know what? We're here for it. I'm here for it. Let's see. Yeah. You know what I find is that there's very much this shift. This full moon is clearing out a lot of like cobwebs, a lot of filler energy, a lot of filler worries, a lot of like things that don't really matter, but I feel like are like static energy, kind of clingy, kind of hanging around. And so it's almost like we're moving from this gray area into what is happening. Okay, we're back. I don't know what's going on. We're back. Can you see me? Okay. We're going from this gray area to this very like black and white. And so it's like we couldn't see, we couldn't do, and also we weren't feeling in a position to be like, yes to this, no to that, yes to this, no to that. So I really like this kind of clarity and empowerment that's coming in with this clearing out. So we're going to see this more as we move through. And it's all about taking charge and standing in your power, right? Take that leadership role, step in the spotlight, public speaking, keep your eye on the bigger picture. We are definitely leaning more into our masculine of getting things done. We're not kind of pussyfooting around. We're not too much worrying about, you know, oh, I don't want to come off this way or I don't want to come off that way. It's just direct communication, which really decrease and not aggressive, just direct, right? Which is really beautiful for the energy because you're not overusing energy through anxiety or softening or words, or it's just kind of like, this is just how it is. This is where I'm at. Where are you at? Great. You know, and that makes, it feels like it's giving energy. So we really, really love that. Okay. I think that it's important for you to listen to that divine guidance that's coming in. We're still a bit emotional for this first week, but it's definitely becoming, we're more into that practical energy, which is really efficient. And a lot of things that we couldn't get off the ground, or we couldn't get wrapped up, or we couldn't get that deadline, or we couldn't get that signature, all of a sudden, no problems coming into this first week of June. And so that in of itself is making us feel a little bit lighter and brighter, okay? There really is a pivot point. There really is a fork in the road for you, okay? And this week it presents, and I'm telling you, you gotta choose change. You gotta, whatever that means to you, you gotta choose change. There's very much this feeling of make the decision. You know the decision. That's the message. You know the decision, you just don't want to, or it hurts your ego too. But there you are, cutting ties. Okay? Releasing people, places, things that no longer serve you. It really is the time to call it. Okay? This indecisivity. Remember, we're moving into this kind of moving from this it being emotional and gray area to being practical and black and white, and it's easier to make these decisions. And for some of you, it may be business decisions, right? And for others, it is with that business hat. You can't have it fueled by our emotions by the water. We have to have that kind of, this is the game plan. This is what I feel is right. This is what we're doing. You know, that type of energy around it. There is a better way to make you happier, and that is why we are willing to cut the cords. Again, perfect timing where we're in this really, really strong, very pivotal blue full moon energy right now, yesterday, today, tomorrow. This Wi-Fi is not working great today. Where we are going to really need to move out the old. Move out, no longer serving us. So use this energy right now. And you may even go, geez, last week I wasn't ready. And now it's like, I got to do it. I feel the push. That is because divine timing has arrived. It's time to go. It's time to make these decisions. And it's time to release yourself. Okay? And so we're choosing change. You may have even been seeing 555 on the clocks, 555 on the license plates, 555 showing up on your feeds. It's a really big time of change. June, like you said, before we even got started, I heard lives are changing this month. Okay? There's the victory and success. Validating that the choices that you're making, even though they're black and white, may not be easy, but this kind of questioning and the anxiety, tornado that can come around some of these big changes, is lifting. The clarity is coming in. It's time. We know what we need to do, and it's time. Okay? And there's the victory and the success around it. And then things really take off and things start moving. And this is the thing. You've been praying and praying and praying for change. Here's the opportunity for change. It may not be showing up in the timeline that you expected. It may not be showing up in the way that you expected, but this is what is for your highest good. This is what they're bringing to you. And it's up to you of what you're going to choose. And it's always up to you, even though I feel like we got to choose change, right? To me, it's like you've been begging for it. So here it is, right? And so wanting to choose different. If we keep doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome, we're going to go insane, right? Here's an opportunity to do something different. The timing, the planets, the energies is really supporting it. Ultimately, it is up to you, okay? Go within and then release. They're like, well, is it up to you? Because this is what we're doing. So meditate and turn inward, right? So this may be, you may not be ready for action. Maybe you need to say, okay, angels, I'm ready. I'm going to make the change. Please bring me the timeline. Please bring me the helpers. Please tell me and show me the way. Please lead me forward. But ultimately, the endings are bringing in new beginnings. That's the switch of the May energy into the June energy. And I'm telling you, if you thought May was fast, June is a blur. It's a blur. What's great about that is we're thinking on our feet and things are happening. And so that kind of stewing on it and that energy and that anxiety around it does seem like it is going to be out of our way. There's also new beginnings, new heartfelt, connected to the heart. This is new lovers, new babies, new puppies, new lifestyles, new passion projects, new businesses, whatever it is. We're very passion oriented. There's this kind of filling up and this excitement that's coming in this week as well. And I love that. And I feel like it's been so long since we felt that. And they're saying, listen, your prayers are being answered. It's go time. Your prayers are being answered. Wishes come true. Dreams become a reality. Okay? It's happening. Do not take on too much. Even with it being a fast month, be realistic with what you're taking on, what you're attaching to. And if it is demanding physically, mentally, emotionally, call upon your divine teams to help you to bring that in. Try not to take on extras, lower the bars. If we're putting extra time and energy here, well, this and that has to slide. Be realistic with what you can accomplish and what you're taking on. And be okay if we have to move that end date. Okay? Because it really is this time for rebuilding, time for resetting the tone, time for new to come in. But we don't want to we want to learn from our past, and we certainly don't want to take a negative mindset or a critical voice into these new beginnings. Okay? These new beginnings are coming in and are a choice for you. You get to choose. It's okay to do it scared. Okay? Listen to your intuition. It is very much a time for renewal. It's very much a time for new beginnings, for increases in intuition, for increases in creativity, right? Creating the new chapter, creating the new life. Like I said, Spirit said in the beginning, lives are going to change. Creating the new for us. It does come with your permission. You need to choose to make the changes. And when you're due, we're off. We're being swept forward in a very positive, loving, exciting, passionate way. So like I said, it's a really great time to say yes to those dates, yes to that travel, yes to new experiences, yes to social experiences, to go after what you want. This clarity is kind of like, well, nobody's going to offer me this job. I'm going to go and take it, or I'm going to go put my name in for it, or I'm going to go and look elsewhere. Or we're kind of being more direct and taking on, right? And so we must make room for it, meaning that we need to release people, places, and things that are in that space to clear out for the new to come in. So there is change by choice, and really wanting to change differently for us so that we can change our story. So I'm excited to see how June shakes out. We will meet back here after this week on Sunday with your next weekly guidance. Have a great week, everyone.